everybody? Who's Whiskey in the Six? I'm Rob. It's National Tequila Day, so we figured
big day.
We'd get together, we'd film this video because this is one of the guys that's introduced me to many of the tequilas that I've come to know and love. Anthony, why don't you introduce yourself?
How's it going, guys? I'm Anthony. I'm big tequila guy.
My tequila specialist, I'd like to call him.
Right on.
He knows, he's forgotten more about tequila than I'll ever remember in my life. But for today, I thought it would be great to have Anthony by me to taste some of these. He's allowed me to try a bunch of them. We're familiar with all of these, yeah?
Absolutely.
We're gonna go with the blancos. So for those of you that are not familiar, blancos are unaged. They're
right.
white tequila or clear tequila. Much like with whiskey, the natural distillate that comes from the distillation process before it's thrown in a barrel. Then you go to the reposados, which are aged a couple months in a barrel,
right.
just to get a little bit of color to that liquid and to get a little bit of barrel influence. The anejos are aged older than a year, and then there's the ultra anejo over here at the end, which is called the Grand Mayan. So we're gonna start over here with the Alacran. I pronounced that correctly?
That's good.
These are all 40% ABV. All right, so Anth, let's pick up this glass and give it a shot. Cheers. Okay, so when I'm tasting tequila, I judge my tequilas based on the bubblegum taste. That agave, that 100% of agave, I get a big bubblegum burst on the nose, usually. And it's here, it's present on this one as well. I'm gonna go in for a sip. I find tequila is one of those spirits that you can have outside and it won't really affect it in a negative way. I find that it's like almost made for outdoors.
Outdoor stuff. Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of misconception about tequilas that people think, oh, you know, stay away from it. It's no good. Oh, you know, a lot of stories about tequilas.
Don't have it without a little bit of lime and salt.
There's all kinds of, but I mean, you really want the true taste of the tequila. I don't recommend lime, salt, and all the, you know, the things you see in the movies and stuff like that. Just, I mean, take it for what it is and have a go at it.
That's it. I think that's good stuff.
It is. For a blanco, I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. The flavor lasts. You can taste it in the back of the throat.
Yeah.
It stays on the tongue nicely. Doesn't give you that harsh, you know, taste. But
absolutely. Yeah, and that's a great point, actually. It doesn't burn at all. I don't find any burn whatsoever. No. Between 50 and 70 bucks, somewhere there. Perfect. It depends on where you are in North America. Depends on where you are in the world. But at the LCBO, this one's, I think, about 60 bucks. I'll put the price up here, and this way you guys can know whether or not you should grab it. But I'm gonna give this one an 82. I think it's pretty good.
82 is fair. I think 82 is fair. I mean, like I said, the flavor lasts on the tongue. It doesn't give you that harsh burn, you know, going down. I mean, me in particular, I love the look of the bottle. That black matte finish looks great on a bar. I mean,
great presentation for sure.
Fantastic looking bottle, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, 82. Yeah, that's fair. That's
awesome.
fair.
Let's move on to this beautiful looking bottle.
Beautiful bottle.
Honestly, when this was sitting on shelves, I really wanted to get it. I had no idea what it was about.
It's gorgeous looking.
It's a beautiful bottle. That's one thing about tequilas. They always have some excellent looking bottles.
Make it pop.
La Cofredia.
La Cofredia.
La Cofredia. La Cofredia. We're Italian.
Cofredia. La Cofredia.
That's all the Mexicans are rolling over.
Oh, buddy, for sure.
So this one's a reposado, which means it's been aged for a few months in a barrel. Let's give it a shot. Cheers. Okay, so this one has a little bit more going on the nose. There's almost like a smoke, and it's not classified as a mezcal, right?
No, it's a tequila, but I mean it could very well pass for a mezcal.
Yeah, so mezcal is just smoked tequila. I guess the agave is smoked before it's distilled, or one of those things. There's no mezcal here today. It's National Tequila Day, so we're just doing tequilas. This one kind of smells like a mezcal.
It could actually, I mean, very well pass for a mezcal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A little sweeter. There is that smoky note to it too.
100%.
It's like a smoky bubblegum is what I'm getting here. I actually don't mind this. I remember when we tried this together, you weren't the biggest fan of it, but I'm liking the contrast. I think that's because I'm a big peated whiskey fan. So
I was gonna say that could, yeah, absolutely relate.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So this, if you're a peated whiskey fan, you're venturing into tequilas. This is one that you want to look out for. And I think our marks might be different, but I'm gonna give this one an 85. I actually really like that. And for $90, no, $90.
Yeah,
at
just
the
in under
LCBO.
100. Yeah.
Yeah, $90 at the LCBO. The beautiful presentation. All these bottles are gonna want to stick around even after you finish them.
100%. That's a keeper.
Yeah,
That's a keeper.
yeah, beautiful bottle. I'm gonna give this one an 85.
I mean, 85 for me is a little bit high, but I'm gonna go between I'd say 70-75 range. As far as taste, it's for me it leans more to a mezcal, which I'm not a really big fan of. I don't really like the smoky flavors, but again, the bottle is everything. I mean, I would keep that on my bar for forever, and even if I never drank the tequila, I didn't even care what that tequila tasted like. I saw the bottle and I was immediately drawn to it.
Absolutely.
So I mean, for presentation and bottle, I give it 100.
All right, so I will put the scores as we go along at the bottom so you guys can refer to those as well. Now, we did a little switcheroo here. Right now I have the Tierra Noble in position for third, but we're actually going to go to the Clase Azul, and that's because this one is reposado, the Clase Azul, whereas the Tierra Noble is an anejo. I just figured the way it looked presentation-wise was better with the Clase Azul in the middle. So we're going to go to the Clase Azul, which is the fourth one in. The fourth one in.
So we get a
Unless-
switch.
Yeah.
So we gotta cut that one.
Yeah. Okay. So this was probably the tequila that pulled me to the dark side. I love this tequila. I think it's phenomenal tequila. A lot of people have negative things to say because they don't love the distillation process with this and some of the tricks that the company pulls. But for, I guess, a guy that's not a tequila homer,
Right.
I'm okay with whatever they did to this as long as they're using agave, which they are.
Yep.
And I can't believe the sweetness and incredible bubblegum nose that you get on this one. Yeah, definitely the sweetest tequila that I've experienced so far. Maybe the Don Julio 19, what is it,
The
42?
Yeah.
Is they're side by side, they're very close, but man, how sweet that is. I love it. I think it's phenomenal stuff. I'm gonna give that one I believe I gave it a 90 originally. I'm gonna stick with my 90 mark.
100%.
Fantastic
100%.
stuff.
And like you're mentioning, even if they did put anything, into
Yeah.
it, any additives, anything like that, it's a fantastic tequila. The flavors that jump out on your tongue it's
unreal.
and I mean, again, presented bottle wise, right?
The nicest bottle on the market.
I think so. And I
Yeah.
mean, their whole line, if you go through their whole line, they're just beautiful. They're all handmade, painted and everything like that.
Yeah.
Ceramic bottle. It's a beautiful bottle. I mean, you can take it, use it for, I don't know, put flowers in it, whatever you
I've
want,
seen
right?
people turn them into lamps.
100%. I
It's
mean,
cool.
my favorite little trick after it's done, you give that thing a little ring and you got a bell, right?
You
It's
got
good
a bell.
Good party trick.
It's true. Awesome stuff. Honestly, highly recommended. It's expensive here. It's $240. You can get it for at least $100 less in some places in the world. So keep an eye out for price, but definitely very solid stuff.
100%.
Moving on to the first anejo of the bunch, meaning that it's been aged for over a year in some oak cask of some
French
sort.
oak sometimes.
Yeah, this one's French oak and American oak.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't have to be. Sometimes they use sherry wood. Sometimes they use a whole bunch of different things. So, over here with the Tierra Noble.
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 Oh wow,
This one smells like a whiskey.
big time.
Lots of oak on the nose here. A ton of oak on the nose for this one. Honestly, if you close your eyes and sip this one, nose this one, you think you're drinking you think you're drinking whiskey. Even on the palate, lots of oak. It tastes like whiskey. It tastes like whiskey. It smells like whiskey. It's crazy how that happens, despite not being a whiskey.
You really get that oak flavor into it, right?
That's right.
That from that barrel, it really pops out at you.
Yeah. So I guess because this is a tequila review, for me, if you're looking for a tequila that tastes like tequila, this is not the one for you. I'm gonna give this one a 79, and not because it's bad, but because if I want whiskey, I'm gonna buy a whiskey, and if I want tequila, I want a tequila that tastes like tequila. This one doesn't taste like tequila.
That's just gonna confuse you.
Yeah, that's gonna confuse you, especially if this is your first bottle of tequila. You're gonna be like, is it all like this?
That's right. That's right, 100%.
So I'm gonna stick with my 79. I think that's a fair mark. Is it bad? Absolutely not. It's actually pretty tasty.
Lots of flavor. Lots.
Yeah. But yeah, what would you say?
I mean, again, I'm more to the tequilas, so for me that's not a true representation of what tequila tastes like. It's fantastic, lots of flavor again, but I mean 70, I could pass on it. It's nor here nor there for me, right?
Yeah, you don't need this one on your bar. The presentation's just okay. Nothing crazy, nothing calling me back for more, that's for sure. That level might stay the same for a long time. Maybe I'll use this one for cocktails.
Yeah.
It's about 70, 80 bucks Canadian.
It's not a bad price at all.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the Codigo.
One of my favorites.
This is anejo as well, also aged in French oak. I think that's pretty common with some of the anejos. French oak and perhaps just regular oak barrels, white oak barrels.
I mean, usually it's the French oak, but...
Okay, so that's the second last one over here.
This to date is one of my favorites right now.
Very nice stuff. Right. It comes with a white tin. I just didn't think, well, we were running out of real estate, so I didn't include it in the shot.
I mean, the color too, right? Nice color.
Yeah, very nice color. You're gonna notice with the anejos, because they're aged a little bit longer in a Mexican climate, which means it's super hot. You're gonna get way more interaction with the wood, kind of like what you would get if you're a fan of my channel. You've watched some of my Amroot videos, my Cavalon videos. In those tropical countries, you get a lot of interaction with the barrel, which ages the spirit faster. Really nice nose.
Wow.
Yeah, very tasty stuff. Get some nice oak notes, but also some really nice, like, you can tell that's a tequila, very agave forward. Woo-hoo! Nice stuff.
Gives you a nice little shimmer down the spine.
What are you gonna mark that one, Ed?
For me, because like I said, it's one of my favorites right now, I give this one a strong 90.
Strong 90.
Strong 90.
Strong 90.
Flavors, again, last on that tongue. Not harsh going down at all. So I mean, for all of the people that are scared to have tequila, you're not gonna get that nasty aftertaste. And the second time around, it's clean.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful tasting tequila. Well, like I said, it's one of my favorites right now.
I think for the tequila lover, this is probably so far the best one of the bunch. If you're new to tequila, I think you probably would like this one a bit
100%,
better.
yeah.
Yeah?
100%.
Because I'm still kind of
sweetness
a...
in it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're right. No, that's... Yeah, exactly. The sweetness, the... just like the lack of... difficulty in drinking that, like just smooth and tasty, whatever. So if I had to give them a head-to-head mark, I'd probably go 88 with this one, which is still very strong for me. Definitely one of those ones that I would replace on my bar. It's actually very reasonable at about 150 bucks globally. Maybe a little bit more than that in some places, a little bit less than that in others. But really, really good stuff.
100%.
Really good stuff.
100%.
Another beautiful bottle, which brings us to our last bottle. This is the oldest of the bunch. One of those ones where I would almost buy it just for the bottle.
Beautiful.
Beautiful presentation, right? Again, these are all 40% alcohol by volume. This one over here is the oldest. It's in the class of an ultra anejo, right? So this one has a combination of, I believe, sherry casks and other casks as well. Super dark compared to the others, yeah. Right? These are the anejos. You can see that this one's a little darker. I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up, but definitely darker visually.
Even on the nose, you can smell the difference automatically. I mean, I can pick up the difference between the two.
Oh, yeah.
This one, right?
Yeah, you can tell there's a lot going on here. A lot of different things happening over here. Last one of the night, and cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for doing this.
No, thank you for having me.
find this one super smooth. Beautiful taste, lots of sweetness. Despite being an ultra anejo, a lot of people say that the sweetness kind of goes away with the ultra anejos. This one is still really nice and sweet.
Yeah.
I like that a lot, man. I like that a lot.
See how it lasts?
Yeah.
Right?
That's exactly. Actually, I'm getting like a beautiful, like, natural, organic honey note, which is kind of weird right at the finish. Like, it's still kind of lingering. Even on the nose, that honey note is still
hit
there.
it the second time.
I gotta hit one more time. I don't know, man. I think that one might be my favorite. This is why it's great to have another perspective on the channel sometimes, because everybody has a difference of opinion, right?
That's right.
We all have different palates. Man, I'd be hard pressed not to give that one a 90. I think that's fantastic stuff. I think you can get it for around 150 bucks, depending on where you buy it. What would you say that is?
For me, this is a 90, 100%. I mean, even higher, I would give it a higher mark, but it's fantastic. Like I said, for me, they're all great, right? But yeah, it's just something about it. It's a beautiful, beautiful taste, and
Yeah.
you can't go wrong.
It's awesome. Honestly, I wish this was available in more places. Currently, I only know of a few places in North America that have it. Hopefully they replenish and you can buy it anywhere, but really, really good stuff. That's the Grand Mayan and Ultra Anejo.
That's right.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hopefully we'll catch Anthony on a future endeavor that we plan on doing together. We'll see. We'll keep you guys posted. All right, you guys might see more of Anthony in the months and years to come.
Right on. And by no means am I any connoisseur of tequila. I'm just a regular guy, likes tequila, and I mean I want to enjoy it with everybody.
So whenever there's someone that has had multiple, and by multiple I mean you've had at least 30, 40 different types of one spirit, I feel like you're already approaching that level where you know a little bit more than the average person about that spirit, and I think you're well beyond that 30, 40 mark.
Right on, man.
Right?
Thanks.
So, all right, and to end off, Anthony's gonna do a little something he picked up in Mexico to say goodnight.
Yeah, so we just all raise a glass here, and we're gonna go para arriba, para abajo, para centro, para adentro. Cheers.
Cheers.